Hey Christine, what's the weirdest date you've ever been on?
Well, this is not like a super weird date, or like, it's strange, but not like super weird. Of like other stories I can imagine that people would answer this question.
Well,
but,
we're talking about your date.
Yeah. Okay. I will tell you. I was on a date with a guy, and we went to the zoo, which is quite intensive on a first date, in my opinion at least, because I want to chat. But we were in the afternoon, so we didn't have the whole day to look at all the animals. But he was on a mission, and he was like set on seeing all the animals. So we kind of like sprinted through the zoo, which I did not like. And I was just like very, very overwhelmed because it was like so much.
Too many animals.
Yeah, too many animals and just overwhelming, and like looking at a lion for 3 seconds and next animal, let's go.
I mean, really, how long do you need to look at a lion for?
I can look at a lion for like a couple of minutes. So impressive, no, but
perfect date for Christine, lion sanctuary.
Yeah, sure. If you can sit down for like an hour and just chat or something, then that's good. That's good for me.
Okay.
But yeah, what about you, Kira? What's the weirdest date you've ever been on?
Well, I'm going to tell you about a hypothetical date because I said no to these, and you will understand why. So a few years ago, a Spanish guy asked me out, and I like to always see like what the guy is going to suggest as a date. It's their decision, you know. Yeah. I'm like, I'll see, and then I will judge you on your choices. So the first thing that he suggested was that we should go and do salsa together. And I was like, whoa, you know, like, I don't know whether you can tell, Christine, but this is not the body of a dancer. This is not the mind of a dancer. You know, like, in spite of sharing half a name with Shakira, these hips do in fact lie.
Wow, that was a good pun.
So anyway, I was not up for salsa. I was not up for the embarrassment that would probably come with that. So I asked, do you have any other ideas? Christine, I think the second suggestion may have been worse. He said we should go axe throwing.
I would have loved that.
But really, on a first date, and bearing in mind that I didn't really know this man that well. I'm
no.
Sharp objects, axes, axe murderer. That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I do understand that. That's for like a second date, if you already know the guy and like, you know, he's not a serial killer, then it's okay. But first date is,
Yeah, therefore,
it's
if you
aggressive.
really like or you really don't like the guy, then axe throwing is a great idea.
No, that's awful. Just imagine if he goes in for a kiss and then you like say no, and then he gets mad and he has axe in his hand.
You see, this is why I said no.
So
those were the worst hypothetical dates that I went on. I think in the end we ended up going to a park or something.
Okay, well that's better, and I agree that the right choice was no. But,
thank you.
Yeah. But that's a perfect story, because today we are recapping an episode with breakups, incesty dates, and the big box of East German Laundry Detergent. Season 1, Episode 5 of Friends.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Friends of Friends, the ultimate Friends rewatch podcast. I'm Kira Murphy.
And I'm Christine Schumacher, and we are back rewatching the entire Friends series.
Why? Well, number one, because it's way more fun than going on a date to the zoo. And number two, because we want to watch it with you. I didn't realize that was going to rhyme.
Yeah, that's great. So each week we'll be rewatching an episode of Friends, talking about it, sharing behind the scenes content, and discussing anything and everything about the show that shaped an entire generation. So, before we get into it, Kira, if your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
You know what? I think that this week I would call it something like the one with the monsoon weather.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
It was not, Christine. Oh. Let me elaborate. So this past weekend I went to Lisbon because I was attending a comedy festival there. And basically, you know, this whole thing was paid for. They were paying for my flights, my accommodation.
That's so cool.
And I was like, free trip to Portugal. Mm-hmm. I was ready to escape, the bad early spring weather over here and go and relax in beautiful, sunny Portugal. How wrong I was. Christine, this is the worst weather I have ever seen in my entire life. I was so disappointed. I mean, it was like torrential rain for 4 days straight.
No, that
Basically
sucks.
couldn't even leave the hotel.
Oh, that sucks. And usually it's like super nice weather there, and now this 1 week you were there.
I know.
You brought the rain.
That was very Monica-like of me, but
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I was, the weather was definitely not my favorite thing. But other than that, it was an interesting trip. I did eat some pastel de nata. Have you ever had?
Oh, yeah, the little cups with the
Yeah, like
milky...
the custard
custard,
pastries.
that's the word. Yeah, those
so they
are
were
so
pretty.
good.
And you know what? I think that was worth it.
Yeah,
that was worth
that's
it to go there.
At least good to hear.
But Portugal, next time, please, let's have some sun.
Yeah, please, for our Kira, please.
Thank you. Christine, how about you? If your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Well, probably the one with the cough, because
no.
Yeah, dear listeners, if you didn't already hear it, but my voice sounds a little bit strange, maybe because I've been sick, and just a lovely cough, which is keeping me up at night. So that's
and
just
you weren't
lovely.
even in monsoon weather.
No.
Where did this cough and cold come from?
I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe it was a colleague that was sick, and maybe she gave me the sickness, but I have no proof. So
question: was it Kiki?
No, I don't work with her. Go away, what's your Kiki?
Oh well, I'm sorry that you've not been feeling your best, Christine. Do you think it's getting better?
Yeah. This podcast is giving me energy and power.
Oh, perfect. And if that fails, we'll get you some warm tea, some Strepsils. What's your go-to recovery from sickness thing?
Sleep.
Sleep.
That really works for me.
All right, let's get this podcast over with so Christine can go immediately.
Yes.
Back to bed. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Well, I am glad that you are energized because I have to say I'm feeling it too. I am ready to jump into today's episode. Christine, you ready?
Yes, I am.
On with the show!
This week, we'll be discussing Season 1, Episode 5, the one with the East German Laundry Detergent. Originally aired on October 20th, 1994, this episode was written by Jeff Greenstein and Jeff Strauss, both Jeffs, apparently, and directed by Pamela Fryman.
They're fantastic names, all there. I would love to be someone called Fryman.
Yeah.
But joining the cast this week, we have a few guest stars, including Camille Savoyola, who plays the horrible woman,
Ugh.
Kim Gillingham, who plays Angela, Jack Armstrong as Bob, and the very first appearance of Maggie Wheeler as Janice.
Yay!
So excited. Friends fact, Christine, about Janice.
Oh, please tell me.
You may know Janice's iconic laugh.
Yeah, No, I cannot do that. I was like, I'm going to try it here, but no.
Especially not with that cough.
No, let's not do that.
But actually, this was something that was not planned at all. And I love that it became this recurring joke throughout the series. But actually, this was not part of Janice's character. But the first time that she laughed at Chandler's joke, Maggie Wheeler, she slipped up. She let out this shrill, annoying laugh, which of course we know now. But it wasn't planned. But then, of course, everybody loved it so much. They were like, yes.
Yeah.
This is Janice.
That's so funny.
I'm so glad of that. I didn't realize that it wasn't
no,
intended.
me neither.
So
Me neither.
super cool. That's
really
my
cool.
favorite Friends fact. I have plenty more that I'll share with you, but I wanted to start with that one.
Okay, cool, nice. And I actually also have a Friends fact.
I love Friends facts.
This is the last episode before Rachel's famous haircut. So she actually hated this haircut. So if you do hate that haircut, then this is the last episode where you can savor her regular hair, I guess.
Oh my god, this is already... So from the next episode, we'll be seeing the Rachel.
The Rachel haircut, yeah.
Wow. Actually, because I was thinking she has very different hair in these episodes than from the first episode.
She does. But in
it was
first
longer and I think a bit wavier in the first episode.
More fluffy. But maybe that's also because you got rained on, so that's.
Oh,
we're
getting deep into the lore now.
Maybe far-fetched, but now she has a little bit softer hair, but now next episode she will have like the very sleek Rachel haircut.
The Rachel, yes.
Yeah.
I expect some great Friends facts all about that haircut for next week.
I will do my best.
Perfect. But in the meantime, we're still talking about season 1, episode 5, which was ranked as 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb. This is actually the highest score for an episode that we've had in the season so far.
Oh wow! I did not. Yeah,
expect that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I'm curious.
I should read the reviews and see why people loved it so much.
Yeah.
But anyway, 8.3. We're going to discuss it today. So let's jump in.
So, Kira, can you give us a brief overview of this episode?
I would be honored. So, eager to spend time with the soon-to-be love of his life, Rachel, Ross finds himself on a date with Rachel at the laundromat. Joey has Monica pose as his girlfriend in order to win back an ex, and Chandler struggles to break up with his girlfriend, the one and only Janice.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, she's amazing. You know what? I think we might have, some competition for Gunther. He's my favorite at the moment, but I'm like, Janice?
Yeah, Janice is also really good. And we still haven't heard anything from Gunther, so in our eyes, he doesn't exist.
Oh, that's
yet.
true. Still uncredited at this point.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we start today's episode with the friends in Central Perk. I think they've started all of the episodes in Central Perk, right?
That could definitely be true. I'm not sure. Yeah.
We'll just go back and rewatch the first one.
Yeah, sure.
Here they are discussing the advantages that each gender has.
Yeah, but like, come on. They discuss the thing that at least Ross says that pulling a bra from your sleeve is a pro. What's so special about that?
Well, I think honestly, not having to wear a bra would be better.
Yeah, better.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
The ability to pull it out of a sleeve. I would rather just not have to pull it out of anywhere.
Yeah, true. Like if I would pull out my bra, I would do it through the neck hole because it's bigger. It doesn't make sense to pull it through the sleeve. It always
Top
gets stuck.
tips for all of our female listeners out there.
It always gets stuck somewhere. It's not useful. I don't get it. And then of course they say like, oh, being standing up is like the counter of getting your bra out through your sleeve. No, being standing up is way more useful.
I agree. You would not believe the number of times that I've been on a road trip and I've needed the toilet and I'm like, how convenient would it be if I could just pull over at the side of the road?
Yeah, exactly.
But I gotta wait till the next restroom and service station is so far away.
Yeah,
Most uncomfortable moments of my life have been in a car needing to pee,
my God,
purely because I'm a woman.
Yeah, true.
So.
And now, you can always like squat next to a row, but it's not ideal. It's not as easy as just peeing standing up.
Well, actually, I already got one of my favorite quotes from the episode. As Rachel says, you guys can pee standing up, and Chandler's like, we can? Okay, I'm trying that. So apparently this is also new information for him as well.
Apparently. He's not the smartest now. But very funny discussion here. But another thing I noticed in this scene is, again, the switch in clothes. Because last time they were wearing sweaters again, and this time they're wearing like summery clothes. Like, I mean, Rachel is wearing like a skirt, and then I'm like, what is the time switch? Because last time it was October, and now it's somewhere else in the year.
Well, when I was doing my research for facts for today's episode, I actually found out that maybe these episodes weren't shown on TV in the order that they were supposed to be.
What? Oh.
Yeah. So apparently the network can just decide to run the episodes in whatever order they want. And I'll tell you a bit more about how I came to that conclusion later, but it could well be that they filmed them in a particular order and then the network was like, no, this one is now episode 5, even though maybe the producers thought it should be episode 12 or something. So
yeah, maybe.
There we go. We could be time jumping all over the place.
Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely keeping an eye, or at least I would love to hear from you, your research. I'll
coming up later.
Please.
But within this very first scene, Christine, it has happened. I saw more new artwork.
You did?
Yes.
Where?
And maybe I'm just really non-observant in the first few episodes. But I swear, every time I'm in Central Park, I'm seeing new artwork. So this time I saw on one of the walls, they had like a neon coffee mug.
No. I also saw that one, and I checked the last episode, and it was there. It was there.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. But how about the 2 paintings of screaming faces?
Those were also already there. The orange colored ones, right?
Yeah, were they there before?
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in myself. Anyway,
Where have you been?
I thought they were fantastic pieces of artwork, so I'm going to post them on our social media.
Sure. Let's do it.
Tell me how you would feel if you saw these in your local coffee shop. Screaming faces, what does that mean?
I would be concerned. Probably. Like, is this place haunted and they trapped
this is
the ghosts?
just how Gunther feels on the inside.
Sure,
because
maybe.
he's still uncredited 5 episodes in.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's creepy. I don't understand it. I don't like that art. Just make it cozy or something. I like the other art, but not the screaming faces. No, thank you.
Okay, hopefully they'll be gone by next episode, so then that proves my theory that they changed the artwork, because I'm still waiting.
I don't think so, though. I have no idea.
Well, I do have another fact. I promised last week that I would bring more facts about our theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready for another one?
Yes, please.
So, fun fact. The theme song, I'll Be There For You, was actually written by the creators of Friends, Marta Kaufman and David Crane.
But it was made by the Rembrandts.
It was produced by the Rembrandts. Sorry, it was recorded by the Rembrandts, but it was written by Kaufman and Crane and then offered to several bands before they decided to go to the Rembrandts.
That does make sense, but that's an interesting fact, because you told last time about the other song that you saw
Shiny
in New York.
Happy People.
Yeah, and I also listened to that one, and I think the current one, like the "I'll Be There For You," is way better.
Well, it makes sense. They wrote it for the show.
Of course. So that makes sense. It's way better, and that's so cool that they wrote the whole thing. They are not only like TV series producers, but also like song producers or like songwriters.
Multi-talented.
That's cool.
But yeah, it actually turns out that the Rembrandts were at the time struggling musicians, really having a difficult time. But of course, after the success of Friends, they massively increased their album sales.
Yeah.
This song went, how do you even say it? Back in the day, viral.
Yeah.
And actually, both members of the band were later able to send their children off to college off the back of the success of this one song.
That's so sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I like it. So next up, we find the friends planning their Saturday nights. Chandler wants to break up with Janice, but he feels awkward. So Phoebe offers to break up with her boyfriend, Tony, at the same time. Meanwhile, Angela, one of Joey's ex-girlfriends, makes an appearance at the coffee house.
My gosh, that's so many boyfriends, girlfriends, ex-girlfriends. That's a lot to say. But actually, I can't believe that we're 5 episodes in and we had no idea that Chandler and Phoebe had partners.
No, true. We never seen them.
No, I mean, we've met Monica's boyfriends.
Yeah, Paul the wine guy.
And wasn't there another one?
Alan? Oh, right.
Yeah. Monica's had 2 boyfriends. And we didn't even know Chandler and Phoebe also had partners.
Monica is quite a Casanova. I mean, 2 boyfriends in whichever
Who knows, however many months have passed.
That's interesting.
So first thing that I noticed about this scene, Rachel is behind the counter at Central Perk and she answers the phone. Question, Christine, who is calling Central Perk?
Maybe someone is calling to ask, like, did I leave my wallet there or something? That would be a great option, like a great reason.
But that means they went and looked in the yellow pages to find the phone number of Central Perk, which they might have done. I mean, I assume it wasn't them calling about Uber Eats or anything. So
No.
Curious choice to make Rachel answer the phone at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's quite normal. At least in this day and age, of course, you can call easier. So yeah, maybe it's weird in that time. But I can also find a reason for it as well.
You did.
So I don't know. And I really liked this quote in this scene. Of course, Chandler. I think he's great in this episode, by the way. But he says, like, my favorite quote in this episode, Saturday night, date night, Saturday night. No plans, haha, says Joey. And then he says, not a one. That's so funny.
I love that. He was so excited about it in spite of having absolutely nothing to do. Which is how we should all treat days when we have no plans, right?
Yeah, true.
Some people do get excited when they have no plans.
Yeah, if you have like a very busy life, for example, I would imagine that you...
Christine imagines.
Oh, that sounds very stupid.
Well, I have another observation as well that I caught, and again, something that I found really weird. Firstly, Rachel on the phone, and secondly, Ross reading a cycling magazine.
Oh, but he has read that one before.
Oh, he's read it before.
I know. I know this because I once read, I think it was in episode 3, maybe, there was a thing, there was on a website saying like, oh, he is holding the magazine upside down. And I checked, and that wasn't the case, but I did get a good look at the magazine he was holding, and that's the same one as in this episode.
Wow, he is clearly not interested in cycling. If
he's a slow reader.
3 episodes to read it. But it got me thinking, like, I was wondering what kind of stuff would the characters like to read?
Dinosaur stuff, Ross, of course. Duh.
Actually, I wrote the same thing. I said Ross would be reading a magazine on dinosaurs.
Yeah. Rachel fashion, Monica cooking, Joey chicks. And then Chandler probably also chicks or computer things.
Computer things.
Yeah.
I like that. We're on the same kind of wavelength.
Nice.
I said, Rachel would be reading like Cosmopolitan or something like that. Monica, I was thinking like Good Housekeeping.
Yeah, oh, a good one also, yeah.
Yeah. For Joey, I didn't have him reading a girly magazine. I thought maybe he would like be reading the dailies in the newspaper to see what casting opportunities were available.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or something like that. What did you say for Chandler and Phoebe?
Chandler also chicks or... Oh, I forgot Phoebe. Sorry. But okay, Chandler chicks or computer stuff.
No, come on.
Ducks, yeah, sure. But he hasn't gotten a duck yet.
Yeah, but maybe he's investigating it to see if he would be
a good parent. but Joey brings... Yeah, we're going way into the future.
All right, what about for Phoebe?
Phoebe, I don't know, maybe... Oh, massage thingy. Ooh. Or like spiritual stuff.
You know what? I thought that Chandler would be reading like a comic book.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
And then for Phoebe, she just loves to throw a curveball at us. I pictured they're all there reading their like light magazines. Ross is still on page 3 of his cycling magazine. Phoebe, she pulls out Anna Karenina.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Also an option. I was thinking like high level math or something like that. Yeah.
Was that meth or math?
Math.
Maths, yeah.
Like calculating.
Mathematics.
Not the drug. No,
that's good. Well, you never know. She is friends with Lizzie.
Yeah, so who knows what she makes in her house. We haven't seen it yet, so it might be like a whole drug lab.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Well, before Phoebe goes off the rails, I think she's the cutest in this scene, like offering to break up with her boyfriend at the same time to make Chandler feel less weird. So cute. That is
sweet of her, but yeah. She picks out weird guys anyways. Like a hunger strike. Who does that? Oh yeah, well
Phoebe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's also true. But I don't know. Tony didn't seem like a good guy for her anyway, so it's good that
from the 3 seconds he was on screen.
Yeah, because of the hunger strike. I'm like, come on.
Oh, true.
You gotta eat something, man. But and then of course how Chandler says like that the awkward moment when you slipped her the notes when you like breaking up with someone, that's the most hideous way of breaking up with someone.
That's not true. You can text them. That's worse.
Yeah, but that didn't exist in that time. So we cannot do that. But I actually
can call Central Perk and Rachel will break up with them.
Oh, that's even worse. But I also have a great story of a time that someone broke up with me.
Oh no. That's not usually how you start a sentence. No, go on, I'm listening. But
it was actually very funny now that I'm looking back at it.
Okay.
It wasn't funny then, but I think it's very funny. But he came to break up with me and he brought his best friend.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he was like in front of my door and his best friend was in the car looking at us with the motor still running.
So he can make a quick getaway.
Yeah. He was a sorry. I'll bleep that out. No, but I think he meant well, but he just was a little dumb.
Well, yeah, youth can be, I don't know, maybe this happened very recently, but I hope that this was a long time ago.
It was years ago. Don't worry.
Well, I have one more weird catch that I found in this scene. I'm after your job, Christine. The eagle eyes. I'm not paying any attention to the storyline anymore. I'm just looking at the artwork, which has apparently already been there for 3 episodes. But one of the things that I caught in this one, there's a background actor, a guy with a mustache, and he is very, very clear. He's supposed to be reading his newspaper, right? Oh. But he is fully focused on what is going on with the friends.
Yeah? Oh, God. Yeah, he probably got fired after this.
Well, we'll find out later.
Ooh, if you see him again. Yeah, and of course, this scene also includes the lovely Angela.
But, lovely?
No, yeah. I'm saying lovely, but actually I kind of hate her. She looks like a 5-year-old child. Like
I hope you don't let your 5-year-old go looking like that.
No, but the way she talks, like, oh, I'm wearing a dress that accentuates my breasts. Like, come on, you're a grown woman. What are you doing?
That's why she's doing it.
Yeah, I know, but she's annoying.
Actually, I kind of think that her and Joey are pretty perfect for each other.
Yeah, also true, but no, I just don't like how childish she is.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to.
No, yeah, true. Also true. That's what she made for it, of course.
Well, anyway, the episode continues with Rachel telling Ross that she plans to do laundry that evening. So in order to spend time with her, Ross pretends that his own laundry room is rat-infested. Meanwhile, Joey finds out that Angela is now dating another guy named Bob, a very inventive name. Mm-hmm. Joey suggests that they therefore all go on a double date along with his quote-unquote girlfriend, Monica.
Ooh, but first things first. The boys are terrible liars. I mean, the story with, my laundry department, my laundry room is rat infested and they come out all fluffy. Like, come on.
That was so cute.
It is cute.
I want to see fluffy rats.
But Rachel is standing there with her arms crossed and with like a unimpressed smile on her face, like, yeah, sure. Keep on talking, man.
Well, the bit with the fluffy rats, maybe that's unbelievable, but a rat problem in New York, I believe it.
That's true, but it's just the way he brings it, like, very slow, and you have to keep your lies simple.
Yeah, but maybe Rachel wanted, she wanted to believe it because secretly she wants to hang out.
Yeah, maybe she's starting to, like, see him for who he really is, and yeah, who knows. But then again, like we're saying, the boys are terrible liars. Joey first hits on Angela, and then he says, "Oh, but then I can go with my own girlfriend, Monica." Like, how does it make sense? You're hitting on her like, "Oh, we were great together," and then he says like, "Oh yeah, sure, Mike."
Because everyone is always more attractive when they're taken.
Yeah, I know, but then don't hit on her first and then say you have a girlfriend. That just makes you sound like a douchebag.
But he didn't know that she was with Bob at that point, right?
True.
So maybe it was like, "Oh, I see you're Bob, and I raise you a Monica."
Yeah, but just bring it in a different way or something. I don't know.
But Christine, honestly, I am disappointed in you.
Why?
Because you started this section talking about something else when the thing we should have been talking about is the fact that the lobster is on the table.
I know.
Christine.
I keep seeing it, but I still cannot figure out what it is.
It's okay. You know what? I was team berries before, but now it's looking pretty lobster.
I know, right?
But that was that was the first thing I noticed is what is it doing there? And still, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think we'll ever find out?
I hope so. It would be a dream come true, but I'm not sure. It's
a
annoying.
Dream come true.
Yeah. I dream about the lobster. No, I don't dream about it, but I would love to know what it is. I would love to ask Jennifer Aniston. Like, hey,
I have a feeling that out of everyone that we could ask, probably Jennifer Aniston wouldn't know. I don't know. Maybe she spent a lot of time with that lobster.
They were right in front of it, like behind the table with
But this was, again, 30 years ago.
Yeah, okay, shoot. I keep forgetting that. True.
Well, some other things that we can see in Central Park in this scene. We have a new special on the board.
Oh, tell me.
Are you feeling hungry? Because I think it's a food. Which is strange. So it's something called Potter's Pride. The blackboard was behind Ross, so I couldn't entirely make out what it said, but it said something like a Midwest homemade something bean.
Okay.
With a Cajun twist. Okay. Hot, just like down in the bayou.
In the bayou?
That's like somewhere in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I don't think that's in the Midwest. But anyway, you know what? Now that I read it, I'm like, a bean? Well, a bean could also be a coffee bean, but with a Cajun twist. Hot down in the... Well, they could be talking about coffee.
Yeah, maybe.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about like a bean dish. Something
Yeah, me
like
too.
Chili con carne or something.
And now I'm getting kind of... I would like a Cajun twist meal right now. Sounds good. But I don't think they make it at Central Park.
No.
But one thing they do at Central Park is apparently pick up their mail.
They do? What did you say?
Yes. Again, not paying any attention to the storyline in this episode. I was just like, I will find everything I can see.
I will beat Christine.
Yeah, but when Ross is speaking to Rachel, he's holding a letter. I couldn't figure out what the letter was, but he's holding it.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And then when Joey points to his quote-unquote girlfriend, Monica, she's leaving the cafe and she
she's
picks
grabbing,
up a letter.
I don't know what that is. Maybe they're like advertisement things. Like, hey, there's an event here in your
A
neighborhood.
pottery class.
Yeah, maybe.
A new book club, so Monica can go and read Good Housekeeping.
Yeah.
That's good.
Love it. Great. Next, we head to Ross's bedroom, where Ross finds out that Monica won't be joining them at the laundromat tonight. Upon finding this out, Chandler convinces Ross that this is not just laundry, this is a date.
Is it a date?
Oh my god, no.
I think it's laundry.
I think it's laundry too. It's not like, why would you go on a date to the laundromat?
I mean, we were talking about bad dates at the beginning of this episode, and I think going to the laundromat is pretty bad.
It's a bad date, yeah.
Unless
true.
he's paying, but also that's like 50 cents.
Yeah, I know. I saw the sign. It was like 25 cents for like 25 minutes or something.
Wow. Do you think, well, then, you know what? I could argue that it's a date if Ross paid.
But
if Rachel paid and it was her laundry, then no, that's not a date.
No, but I think she paid for herself because I saw her with like coins in her hand. So I think it's... No, even if it was a date, it was an awful date.
Well, it still worked out in the end.
Yeah, true. Of course.
But Christine, what were your thoughts on Ross's bedroom?
Kind of cute.
Aww.
With the dinosaurs and just like the different arts he has. And does he play... Did he play the violin
A
as a
tiny
child?
violin, right?
Is it tiny? I'm not
It
sure.
was a small violin.
Oh, I don't know. But I was going to ask, like, do you know anything about that? Because you knew about the office of Chandler, so I know maybe you had also had like a fun fact about the bedroom of Ross.
No, this episode just about the lobster.
That's a shame. That's a shame. And one last thing I want to say about this scene is, why is the layout of their house is so strange? Again, like last episode, we saw the living room of Joey and Chandler, and they had like the weird two couches in front of each other and the TV on the side. Mm-hmm. And now Ross has a chair in front of his door. So if you walk in, you will bruise your shins because you bump into the chair.
Maybe that's his way of stopping intruders from coming in.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but it's weird. So
you should ask Jennifer Aniston.
Because she knows everything.
She does.
Who knows? I don't know, but that's what I noticed, which was like, that's strange. But
well, we head somewhere more interesting in the next scene. We're back in the coffee house where Chandler and Phoebe are waiting for Janice and Tony to arrive. Janice arrives, starts telling Chandler about her supremely awful day, and at the same time, Phoebe manages to break up with Tony in like 3 seconds. Very impressive.
Very fast. And let's just say Janice looks amazing. I think her outfit was like awesome, like with the blue tinted glass. Yeah, how do you call it? Sunglasses, kind of. I think those were like super 90s, very fun.
I don't get why. Well, I mean, we don't know the backstory of Chandler and Janice, but like, I think she's so nice. Like, meeting her here, she's buying Chandler socks. Mm-hmm. She seems to like. She already has another pair of socks that she thinks would match them. I think she's really sweet.
Yeah, I think so too. Her laugh is a little bit annoying, but she is a very kind person and gives him gifts.
Yeah, but you can't break up with somebody because of their laugh.
Well, later in the show we will learn that Chandler does break up with people for those reasons.
And Chandler is a very interesting man.
Yeah.
But I wondered whether you noticed the first words that Janice says in this scene.
No.
She says, "Oh my God."
Oh, her.
But not in the way that we will come to know it, like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She just says like, "Oh my God, I had a." But that's so funny that this then later becomes her catchphrase, and that's the very first thing that she ever says on,
That's cool.
on screen. So
That's really cool. I love that.
yeah, I liked finding that out. What I didn't like finding out is that same guy is still there reading the newspaper.
Oh, he has nothing else to do.
So he wasn't fired.
No.
As we've established.
No.
But this does, again, I believe that a significant amount of time has passed since we've had a few scenes since we were last in the coffee shop. And he's still there. He's been there all day reading the same newspaper. So apparently people in New York, they just do not have an attention span and they need to read things all day.
Yeah,
Or for
apparently.
multiple weeks in Ross's
Yeah,
case.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I'm just wondering, because of course, going back to Janice, what kind of job does she have? Because she's talking about like photo shoots, and I actually looked it up, and I would want you to guess what you think her job is.
Oh, can you remind me like what she was talking about?
She says something like, "Oh, I had the most supremely awful day. We got the pictures back from the shoot, and they pretty much sucked. So I blew the afternoon. I went shopping or something like that."
You know what? Somehow I'm envisioning like a food photographer.
Oh,
You know that they take the pictures of like McDonald's burgers and make them look really delicious.
that
so
could
you'll
be
want to buy them.
that could be true, because there's no definite, like, no official answer, but the people online said like maybe something in advertising or marketing or publishing, so that's pretty close. And I also saw someone that said had a completely different answer, which is a reference to a later episode of Friends. And they said like she obviously works in Chandler's Theater of Cruelty. Which is a reference to later, and it's
Aww.
very funny. So,
Well, I think she's a cool lady, so she probably has a cool job.
yeah. So, at the laundromat, Ross and Rachel tackle not only the new world of laundry, but also a rude woman who tries to steal Rachel's washing machine.
So in this description, I wrote rude woman, but the fact is she is a horrible woman.
She
Not
is
only
horrible.
a horrible woman, but the horrible woman.
Yeah.
I love that they just credited her as that. Yeah, she's
Oh, that's
literally
really cool.
credited as the horrible woman.
She deserves it. Yeah, she is awful. Also, a weird outfit.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Very strange, but I really loved the dynamic between Ross and Rachel in this scene. Like, okay, we already established it's not a date in our eyes, but they seemed to think it was. I mean, they seemed really flirty.
Yeah.
You know, when Rachel was talking about being a laundry virgin, and then Ross is like, "Don't worry, I'll use the gentle cycle." I'm like, guys, please. There are other people around here.
Yeah, there are some underlying things going on there, definitely. So, but in this scene, I also really love how gullible Rachel is. Of course, the terrible woman says, "No suds, no safe," and then Rachel like takes it, like copies that and says it to Ross. Like, one woman says it, and of course it's a rule. And I think it's so cute that she's so gullible that one woman says something just to get her machine, and then she believes it and tells it on. You know, that's cute.
And that's how the cycle starts. Oh, that's a good laundry pun.
Ooh, that's a really good laundry pun. Love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously this is just driving the plot, right? But yeah, Rachel being all gullible, and then Ross is coming in to save the day. What's up with that? With his Uberweiss.
Uberweiss, yeah.
Hence the
Extra
name
strong.
of the episode.
Yeah,
Was
of
it
course.
the one with the East German Laundry Detergent?
Yeah.
Wonder why East German? Has the wall not fallen yet?
I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. We should look that up. But I actually saw something. Well, I should be honest here. I read something online, and then I saw it in the episode, and that's
allowed.
Okay, good. Because there's a spelling mistake in the lost clothes. It says lost cloths.
And that's true? Did it say lost?
Yeah.
Oh.
So but apparently that's more common spelling mistakes in laundromats for some reason.
Oh, really?
I have no idea why, but that's what the internet said. So that's, I don't know, but yeah, it was funny.
Thankfully, we don't need to spend too much time in laundromats. Although, you know, maybe if I go on another first date, I'll suggest that.
Oh, great. Do those even exist still?
Laundromats, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, right. There's one right here in the neighborhood, actually. No, I'm suddenly
Christine, homework, go in and check for spelling errors.
Yeah, I will do that. I will try.
But speaking of slightly better dates, or maybe not, we now head to Joey and Monica on their date with Angela and Bob. Joey tries to put Bob off of Angela, whilst Monica gets increasingly confused by the weird behaviour, to say the least, between Angela and her supposed brother.
My oh my, those two are... I mean, like, Joey and Monica are like idiots. Well, Joey most of all. Joey most of all, like, he says like, oh my god, I just felt like I was falling. Like, who comes up with that?
You're all about the bad lies in today's episode, aren't you?
Yeah, they are all liars. I mean, at least the boys are all liars. But like, come on, that's the worst like reason to stop a conversation ever. Like, so I don't understand why Angela falls for him, to be honest.
Angela, we have established, may not be the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, true. So they're actually, what you said, they are a great match.
Yeah, right? So we know that you're not a fan of Angela, but what are your first thoughts on Bob?
He's, what's his name again? Glenn Powell type.
Oh!
His hair is the same as Glenn Powell and kind of similar to Paul the Wine Guy.
Well, I am so glad you brought this up, Christine, because you better believe I was planning my dream cast for these two characters. Okay, hear me out. Angela, Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh, yes. I see it.
Bob, Jacob Elordi.
I need to look him up. I don't know what he looks like.
He's very, very tall. He's from Euphoria or The
Oh,
Kissing Booth.
but he has brown hair.
Yeah, but so did this guy, didn't he?
Yeah, I would say he has like donkerblond in Dutch. Dark
blonde.
Dark blonde.
Or as we say in English, brown.
Oh, no. It was kind of blonde.
Jacob Elordi can dye his hair donker blonde if it makes you happy.
Okay, good.
Well, anyway, of course, I want to know who our lovely listeners would cast as Angela and Bob. So you know what to do, listeners. If you have any ideas, let us know on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or...
through our email, which is FOFPodofficial@gmail.com.
She's got it. Christine,
Thanks.
do you have any... well, you already said Glenn Powell, but any other ideas for Angela?
Try to think of like blonde actresses. Maybe, no. That's not a right fit. I was thinking Taylor Swift because she's also kind of blonde. But that's not a good
Is
fit.
it blonde or donker blonde?
She's donker blonde.
But honestly, the right height for Jacob Elordi, maybe.
Oh, that's true.
We have to balance it.
I think Taylor Swift...
Actually, I was thinking Sabrina Carpenter. She's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, she's
and Jacob
really
Elordi
small.
must be like 7 foot. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting for the camera angles. But
Definitely. But oh my god, this scene with the whole dynamic between Monica figuring out what's actually going on.
yeah, but I thought that she was absolutely right to be creeped out.
Yeah.
Under the impression that they were brother and sister. Yeah. Joey's trying to explain it by being like, oh, they're close as siblings. And Monica's like, close? She's got her tongue in his ear. Joey's like, oh, like you've never gotten a little rambunctious with Ross. I should hope not.
No, yikes.
Have you ever seen some siblings who are maybe a little bit too close to be siblings?
No, I can't think of anything, to be honest. I don't think that's a very normal thing as well. So, have you though?
Well, actually, at this festival I was at, there were we thought they were a set of twins, but then they were being very close. That everybody thought maybe not.
Oh, I don't want to know.
The mystery remains.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think some siblings. Well, especially I think twins, right? They're close in the womb. Maybe they have telepathic
powers.
connection.
Yeah. Who knows?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis. I would love to have that. No.
I thought you wanted to be omnipotent.
Oh, also, yeah, true.
Okay.
I want both. If I'm
Christine
omnipotent,
just
then
wants to control the universe.
Yeah, but if I'm omnipotent, then I also have telekinesis.
Okay, perfect.
Right? Or no? I don't know.
I don't know how omnipotence works, but when you get it, let me know. But this is where I caught some errors in this one. So this again might be where, do you remember I said at the beginning that the network might move episodes around and things don't make sense? But so the first error that we have is when Monica and Angela are in the bathroom and Monica tells her that her brother didn't even tell her when he lost his virginity.
Oh.
But this is not true.
No, last episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, in the last episode, you might remember that Ross was depressed because it was the anniversary of when he first slept with Carol. And we know that Carol was the first person he ever slept with. And Joey remarks, "Oh, you told your sister that?" So Monica knows.
Yeah,
when
Monica
he lost
knows.
his virginity. And now she's just, everybody's a liar in this episode.
Or they all got amnesia or something. Or it's the continuity error, like what you said in the beginning. That could also be the reason why. But yeah, I noticed this too. I was like, why are you saying that when you know the actual date on which he lost his virginity? So,
why are you lying to Angela?
Yeah. And of course, now they are in the bathroom. And there's only one stall.
Oh.
Like, why?
That happens.
Yeah, but it was quite a big bathroom. Like, lots of sinks and then one stall.
But also the table they were sitting at was really tiny. So maybe this is just like a minimalist restaurant and you just, everything is...
upside down, like reversed.
Small.
Yeah. So like lots of toilets in the men's room and no toilets in the women's room.
Because that's definitely the gender equality that we want.
Yeah.
But another of these errors as well with the network maybe running the episodes in the wrong order. So when they're talking, before Monica figures everything out, Monica is explaining about the underdog balloon that broke free over the city.
Yeah.
And yet this actually happens in the Friends universe in 4 episodes' time.
Oh, in the Friends universe, I was thinking like...
Well, I think maybe in real life as well. We'll find out.
Okay.
I'll tell you in my Friends facts from there. But actually, yeah, the underdog balloon doesn't escape in Monica's world until at least 4 episodes down the line. Because there's literally an episode called The One Where Underdog Gets Away.
Yeah, it's all coming together now. It definitely is that they switched the episodes around. It's all coming together now.
And you've
cool.
watched this 15, 20 times and you didn't even know.
I did not realize.
We are learning. Thank God for Friends of Friends.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
I'm still learning. I learn every day. In Central Perk, Chandler keeps trying to dump Janice, which only results in him accidentally hitting her in the eye. Realizing that Chandler is never going to do it, Phoebe steps in and takes it upon herself to break up with Janice.
Aww.
Good one.
Good one.
At least I like kind of her. Like it's sweet of her that she actually does the deed.
Indeed.
That's the wrong word. Doesn't matter.
Completely. But maybe just like Chandler, you are just clearly running on too much caffeine today. I love how they showed us the cups on the table. Do you know how many empty cups there were on the table, Christine?
No, I didn't count.
They were 11 empty espresso cups.
That's not good.
Which, the internet tells me, if each cup of espresso had approximately 64 milligrams of caffeine, Chandler has consumed 704 milligrams of caffeine.
Is that going to kill him?
I don't know, but it is nearly twice the recommended daily amount. Oof. So not healthy.
No, not healthy at all. But this is the scene of like, this is the reason why I said in the beginning of this episode, like why I think Chandler is really good in this episode, because he's so funny when he's like totally hyped up and then hits her in the eye, of course. Aww. And then tries to like kind of dig a hole into the couch, like his head first. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but it's so funny. And I think here he lost all his robotic things that he had like in previous episodes. I think here he's like all climatized with the setting and the friends and all that stuff. And he really shows how good of an actor he is, I think.
Yeah, well, I also heard that some people refer to him as like he acts with his arms.
Oh.
I don't know whether you've noticed that, but he's always like flailing his arms and that's how he does it. But yeah, I think he's definitely the most physical character out of them all, right?
Yeah.
So actually, my homework for next week, I'm going to find out a bit more about Matthew Perry's background and see what acting training or what experience he had before that maybe made him be this like big physical comedy kind of guy.
Yeah, true. Because some people also just stalk with their hands.
Italians.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, also true. But yeah, maybe it's also because of his background. So that's interesting to look up. I'm eager to hear next week.
I will find out. But in the meantime, can I tempt you with a Friends fact,
Yes,
Christine?
Tell me.
So, I don't know whether you know, but Chandler and Rachel are actually the last 2 characters in the main cast to get last names.
Oh?
Yeah.
You haven't heard of it? Oh.
No, we don't know what their last names are at this point, apparently. But in this episode, coincidentally enough, Chandler describes himself as the Bing Bing Bing.
The boom boom boom.
And Janice is the boom boom boom.
Ooh.
But this was not, again, I don't think this was intentional.
No.
It was just like they wrote it and then they were like,
That's a good
that's an
name.
interesting last name. So, yeah, but at the moment, we don't know their last name.
That's funny. I didn't realize that because, of course, in our heads, they already have names.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm learning new stuff every week.
Yay.
It's great. Thank you. And then, of course, they finally break up. And then Janice leaves, but without her shopping bags.
What? Well, that's because they're just full of socks for Chandler, right?
I'm not sure because I thought she also bought stuff for herself because she spent like a whole, 30 seconds looking for the socks. Like, I'm looking. So I'm sure there's more.
It was beneath all of the other presents, which she was going to give him later. That's what I like to believe. She's just a beautiful-hearted woman.
She is nice.
But
that's so sad.
I know. And yet you still love Chandler. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, he looks really cute there. Anyway.
And she's back on. Moving swiftly on, we head next to the laundromat, where after a semi-successful washing session, Rachel, feeling victorious over her win against the horrible woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh
my God.
She's awful.
Now you're making it sound like the horrible woman is the one who kisses Ross.
Oh.
It's Rachel who kisses Ross for the very first time. The kiss.
I know.
There's so much cuteness in this scene. I loved the little spin in the cart.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
That's really cute.
The kiss. 5 episodes in. The kiss. I really, in my head, I was like, Ross and Rachel is such a slow burn relationship.
Yeah.
Because, of course, in the end, it ends up taking 10 years.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we're on episode 5 and they're already kissing? I thought they would at least have made us wait until the end of the season, right?
True, but this is definitely like a friendship kiss.
On the lips?
Yeah, I know. It's definitely a weird way to kiss your friends, but there's no romance. Like the first time they actually kiss is way more like romantic and I don't know, like a vibe in the air, and this is just like they kiss because she's so happy.
Yeah, but you try telling Ross that this is not a romantic kiss.
Yeah, no, he already is marrying her in her head. Probably.
And, spoiler alert, he just might.
Ooh. And then, of course, the horrible lady, which is horrible. She's horrible. But I really love her quote that... I'm not sure what Rachel says, but then she says as a response like, well, I had a 24-inch waist. You lose things. So funny.
She's definitely... You know what? I'm wondering what made her so bitter.
I wonder that too, but maybe she's just old and she lost her waist and no one...
she lost it.
Yeah, she can't find anymore. But then no one wants her, like no man.
Oh no.
Maybe.
That's so dark.
And she spends her time... She's like the this day and age internet noob. How do you say that? Like
troll?
Troll. Internet troll. She is the internet troll of today, but then back in the day.
Well, I was also wondering, like, maybe you're right and she has no life outside of the laundromat, because we've been in the laundromat for like multiple hours now, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody else has left.
Yeah.
It's just Ross, Rachel and the horrible woman.
Yeah.
Apparently they all take 57 hours to do their laundry.
Yeah.
So maybe the horrible woman is just like waiting there because she has nothing better to do.
Maybe. Oh, that's actually sad. Now you're making me feel sorry for her.
Let me remind you that her name is the horrible woman.
Yeah,
her on her birth certificate, her parents were like...
On her birth certificate.
No wonder she turned out horrible when her legal government name is the horrible woman.
Yeah, no.
Finally, the gang reunite in the coffee shop, with Rachel comforting Ross and Monica and Joey feeling awfully triumphant because they successfully broke up Bob and Angela. Meanwhile, Rachel asks where Chandler is, and Phoebe responded that he needed time to grieve, which apparently involves running down the street screaming, "I'm free."
I'm free. That was so funny.
Oh, he's so mean.
Yeah, he is mean, but he's also... again, with the expressions, with the movements he makes, he's also running like, almost reminded me of Jack Sparrow, like the way he runs.
Oh no. Would you date him, Christine?
Jack Sparrow? Or Chandler?
Both.
Well, Jack Sparrow, no. Chandler, yes, no, he has some issues, but maybe.
Okay. Well, at the end of this episode, I mean, well, firstly, I was disappointed because this set up that, you know, maybe Monica and Joey could be a couple, right?
Yeah.
It could have happened, you know, if Bob and Angela didn't work out. Maybe Monica and Joey realize, actually, this is a nice date. But that didn't happen. But anyway, Ross and Rachel, that seems to be going well. They seem so cozy. They're like all cuddled up. Rachel's looking after him because his head got smashed in by a laundry door. It's all very cute.
It is very cute.
Aww.
It's very cute. And also Rachel holding the ice bag for him. That's so cute.
Where did she get it from? Do they
The
have
kitchen.
those? There's no, where's the kitchen?
There is a kitchen, right?
Really?
There is, I know, I'm sure there is a kitchen. There is a scene later, like way later in the series. And then Gunther goes back because he's mad or something because Rachel has a new boyfriend or something. I don't know.
Spoilers.
And then he goes in the kitchen and you hear like blah 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 blah, like dang boom bam, like pots and pans and stuff like that. So I know there is a kitchen.
Okay.
I am sure. Sorry, I'm sure.
I don't even remember what we were talking about, but
Yeah, me neither.
on that note, my final thoughts. I just have one final thought, Christine, and that is Team Janice.
Yeah, Team Janice. Yeah, I'm there too.
If I had a microphone, I would drop it.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, no, Team Janice is great. And then, of course, we learned that, of course, they broke up the couple, Angela and Bob. But then we never see Angela and Bob again.
Are you mad about that?
No, but it's just a thing that I thought about. Like, they are so happy and they took so much effort into breaking them up, and then you don't see them ever again.
Oh, true.
So
because the whole point was that so they could get together with each of them, right?
Yeah, but then
Well,
apparently,
as we know, Monica has just a continuous rotation of men. So
that's true.
maybe Bob was like, he was a 5-minute thing and now she's on to the next one.
Yeah, maybe. That could be true. I don't
Also
know.
Joey. I think.
Joey's
so
even
it's
worse.
not surprising.
Joey's even worse. But yeah, overall, I really love this episode. Like the duos, their adventures, and yeah, I just really, really liked it. And Chandler was great. So.
Do you give it an 8.3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I would.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What would you give it?
Not that.
No?
I think, yeah. I don't know. There was too many boyfriends and girlfriends and laundry.
Yeah,
and
there was a lot going on.
there was a lot of laundry.
That's true.
You know, I'm like, I have my own laundry to do. I don't need to watch TV about it.
No, okay, that's true. That's also true.
But still a fun episode to talk about.
Yeah, true.
So I will take that. Well, Christine, as we've come to the end of our discussion on season 1, episode 5 of Friends, I have a little treat for you.
Oh, lovely. Yeah,
I love how you always
treats.
sing like that. It's not biscuits. I'll bring them next time. I promise. I have a new Friends of Friends of Friends.
Yay, tell me.
Well, it's just a short one this week, but it is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from Pat, who says, "What a surprise. My wife and I absolutely love Friends and have watched every episode many, many times." Christine, I'm wondering whether they've watched it as many times as you.
I want to know, please.
Pat, if you're listening,
Yeah.
we hope to find out exactly how many times you've watched it. But he continues by saying, "How fun to hear you both view each episode with your microscopes." And that is something we certainly do, especially me in this episode. Let's
you
be
were-
honest, I was there with my
yeah.
microscope.
You
I
were
was
on
there with
fire.
my telescope, you know, any kind
Your
of scope,
telescope.
periscope. I was just checking everything in this entire episode. So next week, I do promise I'll be back focused on the storyline. But Pat, that was a super nice comment to send us. So thank you for sending that in. If any of you guys want to send us your comments or your questions, as short or as long as you like, let us know what you think of these episodes, what you think of East German Laundry Detergent, and the real question, was that a lobster?
Yeah.
Of course, you can pop that on our Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
Through our email, which is fofpodofficial@gmail.com.
Yay! Christine, I had a really fun time today. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you for talking to me. It was definitely fun, and I think we did a good job with like what's the word? Dissecting the dissecting the episode.
Okay, well, we started with mathematics and now we're ending with biology. Dissection, that's nice. But we will be dissecting another episode next time, and it will be season 1, episode 6. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with the episode title.
Yeah, the one. No, you say it.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I will. It's season 1, episode 6, the one with the butt.
Ooh. If you don't know this one, then it sounds very weird.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, to say the least.
Me too, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And if you're, whatever platform you're listening is on, please give us a review, a comment, a question. We would love to hear from you.
Reviews of 8.3 stars or above, I think.
Please.
Out of 5.
Please, yes.
But we really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
And until then, take care. And I'll just say, always check for that red sock. See you next time.
Bye!
Bye.